Australia, the $400 billion mining machine beneath the desert. What if I told you there's a country where the ground beneath your feet is more valuable than the cities above it? A place where digging holes isn't desperation, it's strategy. Welcome to Australia, a nation where dirt becomes dollars, rocks become power, and exports shape the global economy. Because Australia doesn't just mine resources, it mines the modern world itself. Every country has an economy, but not every economy works the same. This is Fiscal Files series, where we decode the hidden systems behind national wealth. When you think of Australia, you think of kangaroos, beaches, cricket. But behind all that lies a $350 to $400 billion resource empire. And here's the twist. Mining contributes only 10 to 12% of GDP, but drives over 60% of exports. That's not an industry. That's a financial backbone disguised as dirt. Chapter 1. The Lucky Country. Australia is called the Lucky Country. But this isn't luck. This is geology jackpot. Beneath its land lies around 30% of world's iron ore reserves, one of the largest coal reserves, the largest lithium reserves globally, and massive gold, bauxite, copper deposits. Australia isn't empty, it's overflowing underground. If countries were students, then Japan studies all night, Germany builds perfect machines. Australia says, I sold rocks and bought everything. Chapter 2. The money under the ground. This isn't small-scale mining. This is planet-scale extraction. Let's see some numbers. Iron ore, the billion-ton giant. Exports. About 970 million tons per year, heading toward 1.1 billion tons. Export earnings $115 to $120 billion annually. That's more than the GDP of entire nations. From one mineral. And the biggest buyer? China. Every skyscraper in Shanghai starts in Australian dirt. Coal, the uncomfortable billions. Exports around 200 million tons per year. Earnings $30 to $40 billion annually. Historical peaks $100 billion plus. The world says, go green, but still runs on black. Gold, the quiet cash flow. Earnings around $60 billion annually. Lithium, the new oil. Supplies more than 50% of global lithium. Earnings $5 to $7 billion and rapidly growing. Every electric car, every smartphone starts here. Bauxite, building the world. Production 100 plus million tons per year. Global share around 30%. This becomes aluminium, which becomes everything. In conclusion, total mining exports $350 to $380 billion per year. Peak $466 billion. Australia doesn't export goods, it exports the raw ingredients of civilization. If mining stopped tomorrow, China panics, markets crash. And an Australian miner says, mate, should have bought more rocks. Chapter 3. The Mining Empires. Meet the giants, BHP, Rio Tinto, Fortescue Metals Group. These aren't companies, they're industrial empires. Private rail networks, dedicated ports, entire towns. And yes, autonomous trucks, AI-controlled operations. In parts of Australia, machines mine the earth while humans watch screens. Even robots in Australia have mining jobs. Meanwhile, humans are stuck in traffic in Sydney. Chapter 4: The Future: Green Gold. The world is moving from oil to batteries. And Australia is sitting on lithium, nickel, and rare earths. But here's the twist: Australia exports raw materials and imports finished tech. It's like selling wheat and buying back pizza at 10 times the price. Chapter 5: The Dark Side. Environmental cost, land destruction, water depletion, massive emissions, indigenous conflict. Mining often overlaps with lands of Aboriginal Australians, leading to protests, legal battles, global backlash. Economic risk. Australia depends on one sector, mining, and one buyer, China. That's not diversification, that's high-stakes dependency. Chapter 6: What if it breaks? Imagine China slows down, demand collapses, prices crash. Suddenly, jobs vanish, revenue drops, economy shakes. Australia's wealth is tied to global hunger for raw materials. Australia isn't just a country, it's a resource engine. Where rocks build nations, exports shape geopolitics, and the ground decides the future. But the real question is, can Australia evolve beyond mining? Or will it remain the world's richest quarry? As some countries build empires, Australia digs them, because behind every powerful nation is a system you don't see. Subscribe to Deep Terra.